それはつまり裸で泳ぐということか。
I don't like where this is going.
大地じゃ。
まったく船ぐらいで情けないですわね。
You'd think an elf who's been around a long time would know about seasickness being a thing.
お二人とも忘れないでくださいね。この旅の目的を。
お前ら。
He obviously hears her voice and half turns around and yet doesn't notice her very vibrant and unique long-looking blue hair a fairly short ways off in the distance.
わらわわキシリカ
Take a sin for such a sinful lack of clothing on this character. It is what it is, but I really wish she wasn't designed this way. To me, it's just very weird.
しかしすまん。わらわも世界を取ったことがないのじゃ。
わかりました。じゃあ体でいいですよ。体で。
そして俺は予見眼を手に入れた。
The bruising around his eye goes down in seemingly a matter of minutes.
魔界大帝か。復活していたとはな。
知っているんですか?
No, he just said that because he's clueless as to who she is and the fact that she can reincarnate. In fact, he's just randomly guessing. Was he close?
別にいいわよ。慰めてくれなくても。
あ?
Damn it, heals so incredibly quick in this anime, it's insane!
何をしてるんだ俺は。魔眼は偶然手に入れたものなのに。
He says this, but it definitely wasn't by accident, was it? Like, he knows the god told him to go and do the thing he did, which is how he ended up with the eye, so how is that by accident?
最初は俺のことを嫌がってたヒロインも、いくつかのイベントを乗り越えることで、だんだんと出れてくる。そして、孤島で男女が二人きりと言ったら、やることは一つだ。
次はちょっと触るくらいならいいわよ。
残念ながらちょっと触るくらいじゃ済みません。
最近容赦薄れいじゃセゾンシェイステバーだ。いやちょっと待って。
This dude is a bit of a legit straight up moron. Like, there's dead bodies of adult guards everywhere. He already got told by the old man that the girl sent was moved towards the city, so clearly they're not in cages, and on top of that he was playing with the dog with a smashed barrier device on the floor. What about this screams that the little kid was a smuggler?
さてこのアパートの目玉、安心のセキュリティ構造見てください。この堅牢な格子、びくともしません。
I mean, you definitely are moving it though. CGI!
例えばドラゴンを素手でぶちのめすとか。
いや、そういうのは無理だ。俺は喧嘩は弱えんだ。
Oh god, this got really weird really quick, like lightning fast. He managed to land and get fully changed in about 3.5 seconds flat. He's running so fast he left the damn forest they were in.
よってその任を解き、即刻死刑に処す。
孫娘よ、もし生きているなら、どうか幸せに。
As shocked as I was on the Winds version, you're very unlikely to do executions not only in that grand hall, but also surrounded by people. I mean, you've got blood everywhere. Not only a pain to clean up in that pristine hall, but also your clothing. Not happening.
なんだよ、今いいところなんだぞ。待てって次変わってやるから。
ギレーヌの凄さがわかるまでみっちり叩き込むから。くーにゃー。言っとくけど私は厳しいわよ。
Seems like it'd be fairly hard to miss the dude standing out there though. I mean, he's so very visible.
ちなみに僕の魔術の弟子でもあります。
ギレーヌが魔術。ルーデス殿も冗談がうまい。
Why would that be funny to him? It's already been heavily expressed how clearly the version of her that the two kids know is vastly different to the version of her that he grew up with. Saying someone's name instead of meowing normally cliché. Double Naruto run! Clearly not waving at fuck all.
すごいわね。私もそんなことできるようになりたいわ。
なんだそのうさんくさい話は。
何よ、ケチくさい連中ね。
They must be near enough moving backwards for that marking to still be that visible after a solid minute has gone by already.
数分後には100年来のソウルブラザーになれるでしょうってな感じです。
こんなものを作っていたのか。
No, he's been pulling them out of his ass.
正直あまり関わり合いになりたくないところだ。ついこの前冤罪で監禁されたばっかだしな。
Bruh, that was over 3 months ago.
誰にもつけられてないだろうな。
I have a hard time believing that this guy flew past super quickly on his horse, and yet he was able to very slowly get changed after having a little think about the situation first, and then managed to catch up to them somehow.
そうそう、ここに2つ穴が開いていて。
ってパンツじゃねえか。
誰だ。
This is something which occurred during the course of this episode.
こりゃ新しい弟か妹ができる日も近い。
ふざけたこと言ってんじゃねえぞ。
As great as this scene is, I'm having a hard time believing that he's able to punch him over such a large table without kind of awkwardly hopping up onto it a little bit first, which would look very lame. Fuck off!
相変わらず強えな。しかしいいよな。
Person in the past memory having no ice cliche.
中央大陸は道も整備されているはずですし、これからは楽しい旅をコンセプトにやっていきましょう。
He says this, but wouldn't it be the case that all of the guards and army and stuff all got teleported too? So they'd be really struggling just to get people to fill these roles again, since everyone is everywhere but there.
嫁ができてガキが生まれたんだ。3人だ。これがもう可愛いんだ。
何ですか？のろけですか？
No, actually. It was far more about his kids than his love life. What an odd thing to focus in on. Wouldn't it be infinitely less awkward for her to just come out with it right away and say that she cannot use telepathy instead of awkwardly sitting there and staring at them?
弟子に会わなくてもいいのか。
構いません。ルーデウスは無事だと分かりましたから。
Well, to be fair though, you knew he was safe 2 years ago. Like, that was the latest actual report that he was safe. Other than that, it's just rumours at this point.
ごめんよ。でも仕事だから。
These soldiers aren't shocked by an enormous 10-foot wall just disappearing right in front of them.
悪いようにはしない。
しっかり捕まっていてくださいね。
Well, shit!
その魔法陣はロキシーを捕らえるために作らせた王宮の結界だ。お前ごときてはどうにもならんわ。
昨日のことは謝罪します。その前にまずはロキシーを呼んでください。僕は彼女の元
ロキシ
生徒で。
ーはいない。
He's acting like the douche didn't just tell him that he literally had that cage built in order to capture Roxy. Like, she's not up there just chilling before his next magic lesson. He wants to actively capture her. This kind of oddly makes it look like he himself threw them both down there.
弟が当時宮廷魔術師だったロキシーによく似ていると行商人から購入したものだという。
当時宮廷魔術師だったですか。
He said he laid the trap to capture Roxy. What are you missing, bruh?
まあほくろなんてまた付け直せばいいんですが。
あなた様がこの人形の制作者であらせられましたか。
You'd think he'd know the answer to that question, given that he knew about the prior existence of a mole that he'd rubbed off of it, and it's a one-of-a-kind bought from that city.
お母 さんが言ってましたけど、私結構育つと思いますよ。男好きのする体に。
I mean, come on, man. Seriously? This scene is raining down winds on the other version, but here I have to quickly say, giving yourself away before you attack cliche.
世話になった。
僕は何もしてませんよ。マ大陸でもミリスでも。
I know he's sad, but he's spitting nonsense there. Like, obviously it wasn't his plan or idea. He didn't enact it alone. He didn't create and hand out these figures, and so on and so forth. Some of this drink just plain old refusing to leave the cup.
私、ルーデンスを愛してる。いつかまた会いに行くわ。修行して。 竜神を倒せるくらいになったら
One would think that given her feelings towards him that should have worked on crafting a slightly better letter to him, and by slightly better I mean literally anything else other than I hate you, you sucked in bed you little plum, would have been an improvement.
ごめんなさい。少し眠たいだけよ。
大丈夫ですか、母様。
My guy, she yawned. She didn't wince in pain or something. Man, people be freaking out over every tiny thing in anime. Oh my god, you sneezed? How long have you got left to live? Nathan Burr, Bird Without a Word, Tyler Warner, Ali 50, Kawada Takashiro, Ted L, Isael Caldera, Mr. Waffle 64, Kieran Robinson, Chris Harris, Jonas Stahl, Manolo Saucedo Munoz, Steelers, Matthew Blanchett, Kim Munt, Manuel Mireles, Conito, Dark Lord Bloody Soul, Blitzcloud, Aurakeeper, Keppa, Jeffa 6263, Magnus, Kevin Nelter, Brendan Krier, Kaj Vorzelman, Sean Graves, The Epic Amanda, Galaxy Boss 22, Leaf Arn Hammer, Sentimento, Gaten 2000, Storm 970, Inakami and Water, Your Edvinson.